All right, now let's take a quick break from sports and look at your local news. And we begin our news coverage tonight in Dorchester County, where parts of Delmarva are seeing the effects of Tropical Storm Florence. Flooding in places like Bishop's Head has already started, and standing by live with more on the coastal flooding is 47 ABC's Brandon Bossick. Brandon, what's it looking like out there?
Thank you, Julian. We're standing by live on the Choptank River. Take a look at this. These waves have been coming up, crashing onto the concrete sidewalk here, but that must be a good thing for fishermen. We see a couple of guys out here fishing over the last half hour or so. They have been able to catch something, but let's get back to those floodwaters. We saw a lot more than just this down in Bishop's Head earlier today. As we made our way down there, we saw several roads with several inches of floodwater on them, some of them almost unpassable. And that's all due, none of that is due, to Tropical Storm Florence yet. As the storm begins to make its way up the East Coast, I'm told that we will see that pressure keep the water bottled up in the Chesapeake Bay, and where that water goes, it's going to go inland. And we talked to residents about what they're going to do about potential flooding later on the weekend and early next week.
We've basically gotten everything up off of the floor of the house, the floors of our garages, got our vehicles up as high as they can go, and our animals in.
Just getting stuff in the house for like water, things we can eat if, say, for whatever reason, we can't get out.
Now, we're told Cambridge is one of those areas with low-lying areas that could see flooding, and officials tell us the worst days will be Saturday and Sunday for flooding. Reporting live in Cambridge, Brandon Bossick, 47 ABC.
Brandon, thank you, but we're not done talking about the storm yet. Tonight we learned the state is helping Dorchester County with its emergency response to flooding this weekend. In Cambridge, 8 armored high-water vehicles are stationed ready to go if they're needed in emergency situations. The vehicles were supplied by the National Guard and will help with the police, fire, and rescue staff in Dorchester County. We're told they will be used in cases such as medical emergencies or if folks need to evacuate their homes and the water makes it otherwise impossible.
If someone feels as though they have a medical emergency, and they need to get out and they feel like their vehicles can't make it through the high waters, this is provided for them as well as the services we already have.
Now, these armored vehicles will be stationed in Cambridge until at least Sunday, but we're told they will stay longer if they are needed. Now, for a look at the forecast, let's send it over to Chief Meteorologist Daniel Johnson.
All right, thank you very much, Julian. We're looking at our Skycam, more Home Improvement Skycam, and the time lapse from earlier today. Seeing a little bit of sea salt, of course, with that east wind being pushed onto the Skycam. Beautiful pictures, though, across the region today. Trevor out of Bishop's Head, John in Salisbury, and I had to add the picture that I took earlier today in Salisbury. Just gorgeous there. If you have a picture, email it to us, weather@47abc.com. A couple of weather watchers calling in. For Delmarva Sports Insider, 72 for Ted in Millsboro, 72 for Chucky in Lewis. Temperatures across the board into the low and mid 70s, so that's where we're going to stay for the most part tonight. That northeast wind and east wind will continue to push some water into the bay, and that means more flooding likely through the weekend, at least until 6 in the morning Sunday, and that's where the coastal flood warnings are going to eventually expire. So we are watching some rain, but we're mainly dry currently. There are some bands from Florence to our southeast, and some of those are going to begin to push north towards the region as Florence continues to lift west and northwest. So for the rest of tonight, temperatures into the 70s, cloudy skies, some drizzle, a few showers. For Saturday, similar to today, highs near 80 degrees, mostly cloudy, and again, just a few showers out there. Futurecast does push in some of those bands from Florence, but just hit or miss showers. We're not expecting a lot of rain. And then finally by Sunday, a little bit more in the way of sunshine, and then a lot of sunshine starting Wednesday through Friday of next week. Julian?
All right, thank you, Daniel. Of course, for more news coverage, we have all you need on our website. That's 47abc.com. But coming up, we're back with the sports that you love. The 47 ABC sports team breaks down the best from the field and their top plays when we return.
I'm Isaiah Barnes, Southern Central High School. I play wide receiver and strong safety, and you're watching the Delmarva Sports Insider.